Talk to your kids. That's what experts continue to stress, with high-profile child sex abuse cases continuing to make headlines.
Now, the cases include Christopher Lee in Center County. Lee's an elected official jailed on federal child sex charges, and one of the results is more calls to social service agencies that deal with kids firsthand. And with more on that, Gary Sinderson's in the Center County newsroom tonight. Gary?
Marty, you were here in June of 2012 here in Center County when the verdict against Jerry Sandusky came in, and then Pennsylvania Attorney General Linda Kelly stood on the steps of the courthouse in Bellefonte and proclaimed, "We'll believe a kid in Bellefonte." Now we have another high-profile child abuse case with the arrest of Christopher Lee, and parents are again being urged to listen to what their kids are saying.
6 News obtaining the criminal complaint form from Christopher Lee's first arrest on child sex charges back in 2005. They show that the case began with a 10-year-old telling his mother, "I think Chris is one of those child abusers." Now Lee is charged with child sex crimes again. And for agencies like the Youth Service Bureau, it sparks more calls from parents.
Anytime folks are forced to pay attention to the issue of child sexual abuse, they have lots of questions, and so we are always happy to talk with members of the community. We field questions from parents who maybe are uncomfortable with the relationship their child has with a particular neighbor, coach, teacher, whatever that might be.
Police, prosecutors, and others stress kids can be confused or scared, but parents should let them know it's all right to tell them about suspected abuse. That's what happened in Lee's most recent arrest. It began with a phone call from Lee's Bowl mansion where a 17-year-old was staying in late June.
One of the things we know about this case is that a young man immediately texted his parents, and his parents immediately called the police, and that's what needs to happen.
The 2005 court documents confirm Lee was charged with indecent assault, and despite testimony from 2 brothers aged 8 and 10 years old against Lee, he was eventually placed on probation, with some of the charges being expunged.
By the way, despite the increased demand and more calls for service, Center County's Youth Service Bureau is losing close to $150,000 in funding. It's a federal grant they'll be losing. Henry Broyle saying they're hoping to make up that money with increased donations and fundraising events. We're live in Center County. Gary Sinderson, 6 News.